Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. We got 14 matchups on this NHL slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop into here. Busy slate today as we kick off the weekend, starting with the Philadelphia Flyers versus the Ottawa Senators. Ottawa opening up as home favorites at -185. The Flyers plus 140 with the over-under at 6.5. Flyers coming into this matchup 1-0. Ottawa 0-1. Head-to-head, Philly is 5-4-1. Philly coming off a Columbus win 4-2 in their opener. Looked pretty good in their opener. Ottawa coming off a 5-3 loss against Carolina here. And yeah, like what I saw from Philly. Played very well in their opener here. And, pretty even head-to-head battle here. And Flyers getting good plus money on the road here. And looked good in their opener. I'm going to take a shot with Philly plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Florida Panthers versus the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg opening up as home favorites at -130. Florida plus 110 with the over-under at 6.5. Both teams coming into this matchup 0-1. Head-to-head, Winnipeg is 6-4-1. The overs hit in 7 out of the last 8 games in these head-to-head meetings. Florida coming off a 2-0 loss against Minnesota. Winnipeg coming off a 5-3 loss against Calgary. Yeah, you got both teams coming off a loss. And, the first week of NHL, pretty much the first week of any sport, you get to see what a team really is made of here. And not really impressed with either team. Florida, definitely an unimpressive first start, not even scoring a goal here. I think they ramp it up here and getting good plus money on the road. Definitely a winnable game on the road for them against Winnipeg. Did struggle a little bit towards the end of the year on the road last year. Florida did, but I think I'll take Florida plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Nashville Predators versus the Boston Bruins. Bruins opening up as home favorites at -175. Nashville plus 140 with the over-under at 6. Nashville coming into this matchup 1-1. Boston 1-0. Head-to-head, Boston is 6-3-1. The over has hit 6 out of the last 10 meetings. Nashville coming off a Seattle win 3-0. Boston coming off a Chicago win 3-1. Looked very good in their home opener. Nashville is just 3-9 on the road against Boston. They really do struggle against Boston here. Struggle on the road as well. 1-4 on the road. Obviously dating back to last season here. And I think I'm going to roll with the Bruins at home. Next matchup, we got the New York Rangers versus the Columbus Blue Jackets. Rangers opening up as road favorites at -200. Columbus plus 150 with the over-under at 6.5. Rangers coming into this matchup 1-0. Columbus 0-1. Head-to-head, the Rangers are 7-3-0. And the over is just 3-7 in the last 10 meetings. Rangers coming off a big Buffalo win 5-1 in their opener. Columbus coming off a 4-2 loss against Philly. Rangers 6-2 straight up against Columbus. 5-1 on the road against Columbus. They've been very good against Columbus here. And I think I'm going to roll with the Rangers on the road. Next matchup, we got the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Detroit Red Wings. Tampa Bay opening up as road favorites at -125. Detroit plus 115 with the over-under at 6.5. Tampa Bay coming into this matchup 1-0. Detroit 0-1. Head-to-head, Tampa Bay is 6-3-1. The over just 3-6 in the last 9 meetings. Tampa Bay coming off a 5-3 win against Nashville. Detroit coming off a 4-3 loss against the Devils. Tampa Bay 4-1 on the road against Detroit. 6-3 straight up against Detroit here. They've been very good against the Red Wings, and I think I'm going to take the Lightning on the road. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Blackhawks versus the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal opening up as home favorites at -145. Chicago +120 with the over-under at 6.5. Chicago coming into this matchup 1-1. Montreal 0-1. Head-to-head, Chicago 6-3-1. The over has hit 1 in the last 9 meetings here. So a lot of low-scoring games between these two clubs. Chicago coming off a Boston loss. Montreal coming off a Toronto loss. Chicago 12-4 straight up against Montreal. They've been very good against Montreal. And Connor Bedard got his first goal in the last game. Looking as advertised here. And, who knows what Chicago's going to be this year. But they're definitely going to be exciting. And definitely going to be better than they were last year here. Going to be plus money a lot. And I don't know. I kind of have a feeling, we'll see, but I have a feeling the Blackhawks are going to be like the Kraken were last year. Kraken were underdogs. It felt like most of the season they were underdogs, and they just got so many wins, a lot of underdog wins. I think Chicago is going to do the same thing. They're going to get a lot of underdog wins this year, and I think I'm going to take Chicago +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Calgary Flames versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. Pittsburgh opening up as home favorites at -115. Calgary -105 with the over-under at 6.5. Calgary coming into this matchup 1-0. Pittsburgh 1-1. Head-to-head, Pittsburgh's 5-3-2. The over is just 3-7 in the last 10 meetings. Calgary coming off a Winnipeg win. Pittsburgh coming off a Washington win yesterday, 4-0. Looked very good. Crosby looked very good yesterday. Calgary 5-13 on the road against Pitt, where they really have struggled here. And I like the Penguins at home, and I'm going to roll with Pittsburgh. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Wild versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto opening up as home favorites at -170. Minnesota +150 with the over-under at 6.5. Both teams coming into this matchup 1-0. Toronto head-to-head 7-2-1. The over is hit in 4 out of the last 9 meetings. Minnesota coming off a Florida win. Toronto coming off a Montreal win. Minnesota is just 1-5 against Toronto. So haven't been very good against the Maple Leafs here. Maple Leafs just been the better head-to-head team. I really think good value with Minnesota here, getting underdog money. Look good in their opener, shutting out Florida 2-0, and we'll see if they can be good against the Maple Leafs this season. But I'm gonna take a shot with Minnesota +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Buffalo Sabres versus the New York Islanders. Islanders opening up as home favorites at -145. Buffalo +120 with the over-under at 6. Buffalo coming into this matchup 0-1-0. The Islanders playing their first game this season. Head-to-head, Buffalo 6-4-0. The overs hit in 6 out of the last 10 meetings. Buffalo coming off a Rangers loss 5-1. They did not look good in their opener. 1-11 on the road against the Islanders here. They struggle big time on the road in New York. And not in love with what I saw for the Buffalo in their first game, and I think I'm going to take the Islanders at home. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Kraken versus the St. Louis Blues. Blues opening up as home favorites at -110. So Kraken +100 with the over-under at 6.5. Kraken coming into this matchup 0-2. The Blues 0-0-1. Head-to-head, St. Louis is 4-2-0. The over is just 3-3 in the last 6 head-to-head meetings. Seattle, not a great start to the season. Getting shut out by Nashville 3-0, losing to Vegas 1-4, so not the best start for Seattle. St. Louis coming off a Dallas loss 2-1 here. Not an impressive start for Seattle here. Still getting underdog. Definitely a winnable game against the Blues. I'm going to still take a shot with the Kraken plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Avalanche versus the San Jose Sharks. Colorado opening up as big road favorites at minus 275. San Jose plus 220 with the over-under at 6.5. Colorado coming into this matchup 1-0. Sharks 0-1. Head-to-head Colorado 9-1-0 where they've been dominant. The over is hit in 6 out of the last 10 meetings. Colorado coming off a big LA win 5-2. San Jose coming off a Vegas loss 4-1 here. Colorado 6-0 against San Jose. 5-1 on the road against San Jose. They've just been very dominant against the Sharks here, and I'm going to take the Avalanche on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Anaheim Ducks versus the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas opening up as big home favorites at minus 350. Anaheim plus 275 with the over-under at 6.5. Anaheim playing their first game of the season. Vegas coming into this matchup 2-0. Head-to-head Vegas 8-1-1. The over is hit in 6 out of the last 10 meetings here. And yeah, Anaheim, absolutely horrible last season. Finished on a 10-game losing streak last year. And Vegas, what a great start to the season. Back-to-back 4-1 wins to start the season. Anaheim 1-11 on the road against Vegas here. And yeah, I think I'm going to roll with Vegas at home. Next matchup, we got the Vancouver Canucks versus the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Vancouver plus 175 with the over-under at 7. Vancouver coming into this matchup 1-0. Edmonton 0-1. Head-to-head, Edmonton 7-3-0. The over is hitting 4 out of the last 10 meetings. Vancouver coming off an Edmonton win in their opener 8-1. So these teams are playing each other again. I mean, insane win for Vancouver 8-1. They looked great in the opener, despite their struggles head-to-head against Edmonton here. Yeah, Edmonton just getting big favorite money. The way they did not look good in their opener. Not sure I can pay minus 200 just given off the way they looked in game 1. Yeah, I'll take Vancouver plus 1.5 on the road. In the last matchup, we got the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Los Angeles Kings. Carolina opening up as road favorites at minus 125. The Kings plus 115 with the over-under at 6. Carolina coming into this matchup 1-0. The Kings 0-1. Head-to-head Carolina 8-1-1 here. The over's hit in 5 out of the last 9 meetings. Carolina coming off an Ottawa win. Kings coming off a 5-2 loss against Colorado. Carolina 7-0 against the Kings here. They've been very good head-to-head wise and looked good in their opener. I think I'm going to roll with the Hurricanes on the road. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.